What's up guys, this is MD. This is the start of my Minutes to Master videos where I give you really quick guides to try and make you play better in whatever game you're playing. If you like the content, please subscribe, comment, like it, share it on YouTube. The more people we get, the faster I can get to my giveaways. I'm giving away a copy of Anthem, Division 2, and some Apex Legends credits, so make sure you subscribe and comment and let me know what you think. Thanks. Today we're going to be talking about Mirage. Mirage is a character that a lot of people think is not that great, and it's just not true. I would argue that he is one of the best characters in the entire game when it comes to playing solo. And the reason being is he's the only character in the game where you can make people think that you are not solo, right? So just straight off the bat, I originally was playing Bangalore a lot, but I really think that when you're playing solo with a bunch of randoms, Mirage is really, really great in the right hands. Just looking at his skills, the first skill is Encore, which at first glance seems kind of crappy, and it is, but essentially when you get downed, you get dropped into an invisible state for a few seconds that lets you move away and doesn't let people target you or kill you. In comparison to other characters' passive abilities, it kind of sucks, but in very niche situations, it can be really, really good. When you're playing with randoms, a lot of times people don't want to come and revive you. If you can go and you can sneak off, get to a safer place, and just spam pings, this helps you out a ton. If you have the yellow knockdown shield that allows for self-revives, this allows you to sneak off and do the self-revive without someone ending your life before you're able to self-revive, which is amazing, because I know, at least when I go and I see a yellow shield, like I instantly kill the person because I don't want them coming back, right? His second ability is Psych Out. Everyone's seen it. It shoots a holographic image of himself forward to whatever destination he wants. This is such a busted ability when used in the right hands that, like, I can't even begin to describe it. But some things people don't know is that you can actually use this ability when you're falling from your initial drop, and you can psych people out and make them think that you're actually dropping somewhere else when you're not. It'll actually shoot a clone out that'll last the entire distance all the way down, which can be really useful even if you're playing on a team. But really, the ability is so versatile, especially in the early game and the very last stages of the game, that it's just incredible, and I'll show you later in the video why. His ultimate, Vanishing Act, it creates an army of clones. It creates basically like 4 clones around him while he stealths, but the clones really don't matter. The key is the invisibility. He's got a hard invisibility. It gives him a little speed boost, and it basically makes it so you can be an absolute master at flanking people in late game, early game, whatever. And it has a pretty short cooldown in comparison to other ultimates because it's really utility based, but it's super useful just for the flanking opportunities or the escape opportunities. It's not good to use in combat because you can't shoot from it, but you'll see more of that later. So for your early game as Mirage, you want to be aggressive, but you want to be intelligently aggressive, right? This isn't Bangalore where if you get into a firefight, you're going to have some speed buffs and everything. Your game plan as Mirage is to set up the battlefield in a way that's going to make you excel, right? That means in order to use your decoy correctly, you want to set up in situations where you have room to hide and fire the decoy off in useful directions so that the enemy gets bamboozled, right? So you'll see in this clip, it's me solo basically against an entire squad, and by using the decoy effectively, I'm basically making it so the enemy doesn't have time to react to where I am. So I'll shoot it across a lane of fire that I know they have vision of, or I hope they have vision of. And when people see movement, they just assume that it's a real person, right? And you don't need them to shoot it for a long period of time. You don't need them to take the bait necessarily. But if they can look at it, it'll give you just those first couple bullets early game that will kill someone quickly, right? And so I shoot it across a firing lane, I down somebody, their teammates start to come over, and then I shoot another one across so that their teammate starts to follow that one, and then you shoot them in the back. It's that friggin' easy, and people fall for this all the time. It works in early game because everyone's high stress and they're just looking around, grounding for gear, and it works in late game when everyone's super high stress, and that one kill could mean the end of the game, right? So you want the key to playing Mirage is this decoy. The decoy is everything, and it lets you get a really great edge up on the competition early in the game. It just depends on how you use it. You do not want to be caught out in the open as Mirage. That's just no bueno. If you have your ultimate up, you can kind of get away with it, but you want to be in areas where you can fire, where you can be hidden, and you can fire out your decoy in a place that will leave someone in a disadvantageous position, right? And so, in a compromising position. So, early game, Mirage is fantastic, especially when you're going solo. I am solo in these clips, in all of these clips. I do not know these people, but because of how you use Mirage's decoy, all you need is just a little combat boost. That's all you need. You just need those 2 shots. It's one person looking a different direction, having to turn in order to change how the fight is going to go. Especially if you're fighting multiple people, it gives you that time to be able to kill someone, send out a decoy so that someone's distracted for a moment, recoup, and re-engage. So for that reason, Mirage is really fantastic early game. Okay, so Mirage's endgame. Mirage's endgame is fantastic in my opinion, right? Endgame is what I'm classifying as you're the last few squads, maybe your last 3 or 4 squads. The circle is getting progressively smaller, you know, and you don't have so much freedom to move around the map as you used to. So your movements become a lot slower, a lot more restricted. You're oftentimes in areas that do have suitable cover, and the key with endgame, just like early game, is everybody's on edge. If someone sees something that moves, they're going to shoot it, and that gives you the perfect opportunity as Mirage to take advantage of that. So you'll see in these clips that if you're in the top 2, top 3, right, you'll see that people start to lose their minds, right? If I know I'm the last person there, everybody knows your heart rate gets pumping. You're not thinking, you're just thinking instinctively, right? Like, oh man, there's a Mirage, I can kill him and end the game. So I go and you just start spamming those decoys out, man. You start spamming the decoys out. You try and get in advantageous positions with your ultimate, right? Because no one's really expecting the invisibility. You try and flank into advantageous positions with your ultimate and start dropping decoys from good locations so that it draws out the enemy so that you can pick them off in an easier way. And so they're not expecting where you're actually coming from. And this is where Mirage excels at. I'm telling you, people will always fall for the decoy in endgame and in early game because that's when they get excited. Mid game, not so much because people are trying to scratch for gear. They get, you know, whatever. But endgame is when people fall for decoys all the time. All the time. Now, you have to be careful of other characters' offensive abilities, but if you're solo or you have teammates, Mirage's decoy is such a game changer when it comes to those final rings of battle because of the advantages they can give your group in terms of engaging on other people. And so that's why I love Mirage in solo. I love him when you play solo because you can have such a huge impact. You don't have to really aim anything. You just fire him off. Someone will come out of the woodwork and expose themselves, and then you can go and take them out, or your teammate can go and take them out. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the first Minutes to Mastery. I hope you really enjoyed it. They're just supposed to be quick little guides to try and give you a leg up. If you found it useful, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I can't stress this enough. Trying to do a giveaway, but I need to have more subscribers in order to have the giveaway go off. So if this content is useful to you, please tell me. Tell me what characters or classes or builds you want to see down below. I'm going to be doing Anthem, Division, and Apex. So if you found any of this useful, drop a comment. Tell me who you want to see next. Tell me what you're struggling with, what kind of guide you would like to see, and I will do it, I promise. So make sure you hit the sub button down here and notification button as well if you want to get notified whenever things go live. I'm doing a lot of live streams for Anthem and for Apex and Division 2 later on down the road. So thank you guys for tuning in. Adam D.